Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. Folks, we're on the Star Wars Adventures by Ryder Wenham from Episode 2, and this is Jango Fett versus the Razor Eaters. This one basically has a lot of ties to the Bounty Hunter Wars, surprisingly. Kradosk, Bossk's father, is in this one, and Bossk is too. Now, Bossk is younger, and he is the comedic punching bag, I should say, throughout the entire series. He is really dumb. Now, here's the thing. He's young, he's angry, and he's dumb. I mean, he doesn't get much smarter when he gets older, but that he's overly dumb here, I'm okay with. Like at the very beginning, he and his dad are talking because Jango Fett gets put on a mission by Darth Tyranius to track down a Hutt, droid engineer, and the senator from Fondor, and capture them and bring them alive to Count Dooku, or Darth Tyranius is what they're calling him, which I do like that, Boba Fett refers to him as Darth Tyranius. So anyway, he is on that mission, but Wat Tamor from Episode 2, he hires Kratos to kill those exact three people. So he brought his son Bossk with him. Of course, Jango brings Boba with him, and their paths will cross a couple of times here. And of course, this is kind of tying into the Bounty Hunter Wars. Kradosk is he's ruler of the Bounty Hunters Guild. Jango has respect for him. Jango even says, not to his face, but later on, that this is one of the few bounty hunters Jango respects. He doesn't like Bossk at all. He thinks Bossk is a meathead, and he is. Throughout the whole thing, Bossk and his son are having this conversation, and he goes, "Don't make me come," because they're on different aisles of the ship or whatever. He's on the gunner range, and he's in the pilot ship. "Don't make me come up there, Bossk." And then Bossk goes, "I wish you would." And then Bossk kind of grits his teeth and goes, "I wish he would." Which is, I don't know if it's supposed to be funny, but to me, I thought it was. There's another, he's like, "So, Bossk, what do you see?" He said, "What is the question you should be asking yourself right now?" And Bossk tells his father, "Why you so ugly?" I thought it was funny. It is kind of stupid. And Bossk is, he roars and gets mad and throws fits and temper tantrums. And Kradosk knows that, maybe, he's not the best. He's not the most skilled, but he's my son. And one day, fingers crossed, he'll be good enough to take over the Bounty Hunters Guild. Now, I should also mention that this book also clarifies that the type of ship Slave One is a fire spray. So back then, they could tell the two apart, the name of Boba Fett's ship and the design of the vehicle. That is a knock on new canon. Anyway, Boba talks to his dad about, the Kradosk. He went, do you like him? He's like, he's okay. His son's an idiot. He went, "Why does he want you in the Bounty Hunters Guild?" He said, he thinks everyone would be working better together under a guild that protect one another. "Why don't you do it, Father?" He said, "Because I work alone. Remember, Boba, the only person you can trust in this universe is you." Boba's like, "Yeah." And then he goes, what would happen if Kradosk wasn't, what happens when he passes away? He's like, I'm afraid to find out." He said that idiot of his son may screw everything up, foreshadowing the Bounty Hunter Wars. And Boba, as a kid, goes, maybe when that day happens, I'll have to do something about it. Now here it is. It's very light conversation, but Ryder is making connections to another trilogy in the EU because he knows that, grown men who are in college probably at this point are subscribing to this Scholastic book deal and reading them and hoping they connect to the Bantam books. That was me, actually. At the end, by the way, the first person he captures is the Senator Fondor. He needs to find a place to kind of keep them alive. So he tells Boba Fett to start building like some kind of jail cell within Slave One. Now, he knocks the Senator out, and he goes to visit Kradosk. And Kradosk is telling him, he's like, "Look, hey, I know we're going after the same three bounty. I figured that out. Jango's not telling me anything." He's like, "But look, I'll let you have the bounty. Come on." He said, "Join the guild. You get to have this bounty. Everything's cool. I'll cancel my bounty. I'll cancel my client if that'll make you better." Kradosk just wants to bring him in, and he is kind of respectable. I should mention that Jango Fett shoots Bossk in the back and knocks him unconscious, and Kradosk goes, "Why didn't you shoot me?" He went, "Because you have enough, I think you have enough brains not to pull the trigger first and asks questions later, and he kind of hisses and goes, yeah, that's my son, you know. And then when Bosk wakes up, he said, what happened? He said, someone hit you. You know, someone hit you upside the head. He doesn't tell him it's Jango Fett. And then when he sees Jango, he's like, I'm trying to look for the guy who shot me in the back of the head. And Fett's like, Jango Fett's like, like, I don't know why he didn't tell his son that I was the guy, but oh well. Anyway, when Jango gets back to the Slave One, Boba Fett is missing. Oh no! And it's a dun dun dun, to be continued. The whole story is to be continued because he's only gotten one out of the 3 bounties he needs. So what happens in the next book? Well, find out next time.